Hey everyone, it's Matt for Collectibles. We have a large 200 card CSG return. You can see on the box there, 4 boxes, 50 cards per box. These were sent in right before they increased their grading fee from $8 to $12. So I paid $8 a card for these. I think it was like end of March, I want to say. So even though it says there in the box, received 7/22, these were actually sent in they probably received these cards in either April or early May, I can't remember. It took them a while to receive them, and then this was a 60-day order, but these just came back this week. So they came back, I think January 3rd, they showed up. So it's about a, I don't know, 8 or 9 month turnaround time. I knew they got backed up right as they announced they were increasing prices. Everyone threw a bunch of subs in, just like I did, to get these cards graded. These are all cheap cards. I was shooting for, basically what I did is I went through my old collection from when I was a kid, so back in the late 80s, early 90s, and took everything out of my original collection that I thought would grade an 8 or better. That was really my goal, was to get 8 or better on these cards. A lot of baseball. So 3 main players I collected growing up: Ken Griffey Jr., Mike Piazza, Frank Thomas. So there's quite a few of that. Also a lot of basketball. So there's some 90s basketball in here, hoops, things like that from the early to mid 90s. There's also some football. So we got a little bit of everything in here. Some stuff from the mid 80s too. Like I think there's a few 85 Topps cards in here of some players that were popular back then. So nothing that's gonna make you rich out of these box, but I did it because I figured there's probably never gonna be an opportunity to send in a card at $8 again to be graded. And again, these were cards I had when I was growing up, so I sent them in to see what happened. I have seen the grades, although I don't remember them all because it's 200 cards. What I do remember is we had a couple pretty good ones. We had most were kind of in line with where I thought, in that 8 range. And then there were a couple of bad ones. There were a couple in the 5 or 6 range that I haven't looked at these yet, so I'm anxious to see what caused them to get that low of a grade. So for the most part, I think it was spot on with the 8 or better, but there were a few that were kind of outliers. So it's going to be a long video. We're going to go at this one box at a time. I'll try to recap at the end, stack these up based on the grades they got. And as always, if you haven't subscribed yet, give us a sub here on YouTube. Follow us on the other major platforms: Facebook, Instagram. Check us out on MySlabs, eBay. Any of the major ones under Medford Collectibles, you'll find us. So without further ado, let's jump into this. I guess we'll start with box 1. Get these out of here. I will say I'm impressed so far with how CSG packaged these cards. The box they came in was sealed tight, registered mail tape. These boxes here look to be packaged well, kind of consistent with what I've seen from some other people that have reviewed CSG. So I'll open this first one on camera, then I'll open the other ones off camera because we're not going to have much room. So bear with me here as we get these out and kind of start through the order. If these are in order of how I shipped them, we should be seeing a lot of football and basketball first. So I guess we will find out here. See which way the grades are. Okay. Try to get these so they're upside down so we can reveal the grades. And it looks like they're in order. They even have them all separated here. As you can see in the box, they're all separated by slab. So they don't get scratched up, I guess, which is good. Makes it kind of a pain for taking them out, but I guess I'd rather have them protected than not. So this entire order, I had a credit from CSG as well for signing up to be a premium member. I don't know what it was. So I think the entire order cost me around, with shipping and everything, I think it was like $15.50 maybe, because of the credit I had. So not too bad, just under $8 a card with that credit, but I did have to pay for the membership to get the credit. So there's also a card in here that was not gradable. It was I think it was a Shaq, one of those Shaq promo cards from the 90s. I think they wouldn't grade it. I wasn't sure if they would grade it when I sent it. So they gave me a refund for that one. But I'm sure that's in here as well. I'm guessing it's in this empty slot right there. We will find out though. Got to bring these up in stacks because this is a lot of cards. No subgrades on these. You know, for the $8 level, there was no subgrades. Most of these cards are only worth probably, I don't know, I'm going to say probably $10 to $15. There's a couple in here that'll go higher than that with the grades they got, but like I said, this is all stuff from my personal collection when I was a kid. So we'll see. Let's go through the first stack and I'll try to organize these here. So first we got, fix the lighting here. We got an MJ. This is a 92-93 Skybox. 5.5. So this is one of those ugly ones, and I'm not sure why it got a 5.5. This card, getting my lighting better here for you guys. I mean, looks pretty clean, well centered. I wouldn't have sent it if it wasn't. I'm not sure why it got a 5.5. But that's one of the ugly ones I saw. There was a couple of these that were way under what I expected. It might be some stuff on the surface or something. For a 5.5, it looks like a really good card. Sharp corners. I'm just not sure what caused that to get a 5.5. Trying to look at it outside of the camera here as well to see if I can see anything, and I can't. I don't know. But they must have seen something to give it that low of a grade. So, all right. One of the bad ones out of the way. I knew they were coming. I knew there was a couple of them. Next, got Alonzo Mourning. 92 draft pick. This is a rookie. It's 8.5. This lighting's really bad. Get a lot of shadows. 8.5 here. The Alonzo. So again, I was planning for 8s on these. So pretty good there. Not too bad. If I get 8.5 on everything, I'd be happy based on why I sent them in. Got another 92-93 rookie of Latrell Sprewell, 8.5. These cards look pretty good, but I'm sure there's some minor flaws. They've been in either sitting in a box or in a binder or something for years. Another MJ here. Game Faces, 92-93 Upper Deck, 6.5. So this is another one that kind of came in below expectations. So for some reason this didn't get a very good grade. Not sure why. Because it looks pretty good. Might be something in the corner there. Not sure. But another one of the ones that was kind of under expectations. All right, next here. Let me see if I can zoom in here, make this lighting a little better. Yeah, it's a little better. 92-93 Upper Deck, Jordan and Pippen. Scottie Pippen. Scoring threats, 7.5. So just under my expectation of an 8 there. Sure there's something minor they found that caused it. Here's a good one. Our first 9.5. 92-93 Upper Deck, Jordan MVP Upper Deck. So I'm happy with that one. That's probably a pretty decent card in that grade. These inserts like this were not worth very much back when I was collecting, but now some of these illustration cards have actually picked up in value as the years have gone on. Next here, got a Christian Laettner, 92-93 Upper Deck, Christian Laettner, NBA Draft. Rookie card, got an 8.5. I think 8 and 8.5 is going to be our consistent thing here. This is a 92-93 Upper Deck checklist with MJ on it. It's a Michael Jordan checklist. That one got a 9. So you got the championship there on the back, the Jordan. So listen, I'll take 9s and 9.5s on these cards, given how I got them and where I pulled them from. This is a pretty cool card. You got the 92-93 Upper Deck Award Winner Holograms set. There's 8.5 there from Jordan. So it's pretty good. Another 9.5 here, Barkley, 91-92 Upper Deck. Decent card there. We got a 91-92 Pippen, Skybox, 9. Trying to move through some of these here quicker. It'll take us forever to get through all these. And you kind of see what you're looking at. 8.5 Jordan, 91 Flair All-Star. It's got tough edges. I can see a corner there. It's a little dinged up on that one. So it's probably a fair grade. But again, better than an 8, so I'm happy. Another one is illustration cards. 90-91 Hoops, Michael Jordan Checklist. This one got an 8. But that's a pretty cool card. It's our first 8, actually. Another 8.5 here, 90-91 Fleer, Charles Barkley. That one looks off center. I can see it from here. Top to bottom and left to right. Little miscut. But good shape otherwise. Got another 8 here. 90-91 Fleer of Scottie Pippen. Again, looks, I can see that's off center as well. Left to right. Maybe a little top to bottom. So it looks like we're going to get through all of our basketball here. The football we're supposed to, football probably on the bottom actually. Got a Steve Kerr 89-90 Hoops. I actually bought a box of these recently and broke these. This might be from the box I broke earlier in the year. 8.5 there. Sent a lot of these packed fresh actually from that box, and I don't think any of them got good grades. So this is another one I think is packed fresh. Another 8.5. Robinson, 8.5. It's like they're just slapping 8.5s on all these cards from that thing I broke. Robin, oh, there's a 9. 89-90 Robin. Take that. Another Rodman, 9. It's a cool card. Got another Rodman. There's a 9.5 there on that Robin. So we'll take that one. So far, 3 9.5s. And I don't think we got many more than that. There's a Jordan from that set. I think I pulled a few Jordans. This one's off-centered. So I got an 8 there. I think I knew that was going to be, obviously, like I said, I figured it was going to be 8 or higher based on the being packed fresh, but it was off-center. It's a Drexler from that set. CSG 9. Got another Drexler here, another 9. Glide the Glide. We got Isaiah Thomas, All-Star, 9.5. It's good we got a couple 9.5s out of those pack fresh cards. Got a Magic for that set. The All-Star is a CSG 9. There's a Bird, 8.5. Another Bird, ooh, 6.5 there. Something on that one they didn't like. Whatever it is, I didn't see it. So these are all pulled directly out of the pack. Recent. Well, that one looks like it might have a dent in it or something right there. I don't think that was there when I sent it in, but on this left side, it looks like there's a dent in the back here. I don't know. I'm trying to look outside of my phone to see if I can see it, and I don't really. Could be something there. Corner's a little dinged down here on the right, I can see. Could have been a corner issue. But it happens. Karl Malone, All-Star, got a 9 there. Got quite a few 9s here. 9s and 8.5 seem to be the popular grades. Another Barkley here, 8.5. Got another Barkley. All-Star, 9. Reggie Miller, 5. Ouch. This is one of the ugly ones. Oh, that corner is jacked up there on the left. That was definitely not like that when I sent it in. See that corner's slammed down. It's almost like a chunk is ripped off of it. up here and up here. So again, this is pulled pack fresh by me about 8 months ago, 9 months ago. So this happened during the grading process. Storage or something, they jammed those corners down. But, oh well, what are you gonna do? Got a Jordan here, 9. All-Star game from that set, 89.90 hoops. Now we're getting into some football. So these next bunch are football. Again, these are all from when I was, 6, 8, 10 years old. A long time ago. So we got a TD. Skybox Dominion, Terrell Davis, CSG 9. It's got Davis and Jamal Anderson. So pretty good there for pulling out of a binder or whatever was in and sending it in. I'll take that. Got a McNabb rookie. Actually got 2 of these. I think they both got the same grade. Yep. Rookie graphics. Cool cards, but tough to get good grades in when these are. I'm sure the surface is all scratched up on these. The corners and stuff look good. Centering looks good from what I could tell. But I had to imagine some surface damage on these glossy cards from 99. These are actually towards the end of when I got out of collecting for a while. 2 7s there and the McNabb rookies. Next here, we got a Peyton Manning from that set. It's a cool card, 8.5. Looks good in this case. Really shiny. Next, we got a Aikman from that set, 8.5. So it looks like some of these did as I expected, better than 8. Fortunately, McNabbs did not. It's this one. We got an Emmett here. That's an 8. Cool card. I like the way this set looks. I must have opened a box this when I was, again, this is about when I was getting out of the hobby for a while, I think, around 2000 or so. TD, 24/7, got a 9 there. Drew Bledsoe. His injury helped Tom Brady become what he has. 9 on that one. Here's a gold. Awesome. Steve Young in that set, 8.5. It's a cool card. One of the short prints. We got another Emmett. There's a gold version there too. The awesome. 8.5. Warren Sapp rookie. Collector's pick. Fame and Fortune, 8. I got Steve McNair, Fame and Fortune, 8.5. This is one of my, I broke so much Pro Set when I was, again, 6, 7, 8 years old. So this is one of my original Emmets I pulled out of the Pro Sets, 8.5. It's actually not bad for this card. All the borders are blue, dark. Again, the fact that it's been sitting in something for 30 years or so. Surprised I got 8.5 on that one. 8 on this one. So I think I had a bunch of these. Those are probably the 2 best ones I had that I sent. Got a Mario Lemieux here. 92-93 upper deck, 9.5. It's a cool card. And Phil Simms. You got a 7 on this one. 81 tops. That's probably the oldest. Yeah, it's probably the oldest card I sent with this. I have a ton of vintage, but I usually send my vintage to SGC. I've got a bunch of PSA. So we'll take the 7 on the Phil Simms from 81. So that's box 1. If you can see here, we got a couple 9s. Well, probably majority 8.5. That's a big stack on the right there. It's 8.5s. And a couple of the ugly ones out of the way. Like I said, there's a 5, a 5.5, and 2 6.5s in there that I'd seen when I was going through the grades. I just didn't remember which cards they were. That, it's kind of shocking to see those, but I know that Reggie Miller didn't look like that when I sent it in. I'll have to look at the Jordan closer, and I'm sure the Birds the 6.5 bird and the other 6.5 are probably just a combination of things from being that old, would be my assumption. Let's get in the box 2 here. Try to speed this up a little bit. Like I said, it's going to be a while. I'm just pulling a lot more basketball here. So we got some basketball left, and then we'll get into some baseball. I'm just going to flip these over. Get them all out first and flip them over. See a lot of the 85 top stuff I was talking about. I had a bunch of these I'd found in binders. It all looked pretty good. I think most of them are in the 7 range, though, if I remember correctly from looking at them. A whole bunch of 85 tops here. Baseball. So we're switching over now to get to the rest of these basketball. Then we got baseball coming up. Is our next big group. We pretty much threw everything else. Try to keep the piles consistent here. All right, I'm gonna run out of room, I think. We got a Barkley 8. 92-93 hoops. There's an 8 there. Next, we got a Shaq Classic 4 Sport. So this is kind of like the pre-rookie card from Classic, but got a 9 on that one. Take that for a Shaq, early Shaq. We got a Pippen 8.5, 92-92 Fleer, 92-93 Fleer, sorry. David Robinson, the Admiral, CSG 9. The Latrell Sprewell rookie card, Fleer Ultra, 8.5. Robert Horry rookie card, 7. Probably not worth a whole lot. Got a Barkley and Hersey Hawkins teamwork. Flyers, 8.5. Got a Robinson here, 8, 91-92 Skybox Rising Star. Another Barkley here for an Olympic team, 8.5. Got a Jordan, that's an 8. It's a pretty cool looking card. Skymaster Skybox, 91-92. Here's another Latrell Sprewell rookie card. It's a 92-93 Skybox, 7.5. Barkley 8.5, 92-93 Skybox. Penny. That's the McDonald's card. See, it's got the gold lettering there, the Classic 4 Sport. McDonald's. CSG 9. Another McDonald's here, Chris Webber. CSG 8. Got Jason Kidd, 94-95 Classic. That's a cool card. This is, I guess, technically a rookie card as well for Kidd. Got a 9. Another MJ from the finals. Game 4, 93-94, 8.5. Another Penny here is a pretty bad one, 6.5. Looks like the corners might be in pretty rough shape on this one too. Kind of guessing from handling all these, the corners may have gotten jacked up on some of the cards whenever they were digging them out and then putting them back together. All right, so here we go into some of the other stuff. I don't know why this one's here. This one looks out of place, but we got a Metal Universe Piazza from 99. Got a 9. Here's a bunch of 85 tops coming up. So Dwight Gooden, 85 tops, got an 8. Ripken, 85 tops, got an 8. George Brett, 8. Dennis Eckersley, the 8.5. Dusty Baker, 8. There's a Clemens. 8. Not sure if he'll get in the Hall of Fame or not. Ian Bonds, I think this is the last year on the ballot, so we'll see. Reggie Jackson got an 8.5. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these guys, all the exact same grade. Terry Pendleton. Again, big name back in the 80s. Not probably as well known by most now, but sent all these inks, they looked good. So 4 Pendleton 8.5s. Gonna find a Braves collector or somebody that likes Terry Pendleton. Wade Boggs 8. Here's a McGuire rookie 7.5. Ryan Sandberg 8. A lot of Hall of Famers in this. Sandberg 8.5. Got Hershiser 8.5. Kirby Puckett 8. Andy Van Slyke 7.5. One of my favorite players growing up. He was a Pirate. The Doc, got a couple Docs here. None of them really did that well. I was hoping for maybe an 8 or a 9 on one of these, but they all did pretty rough. I know centering, that's got that diamond cut problem there. You can see it's crooked. I think it's a problem with this card in general. So those two are both the diamond cut issue. 6.5s. Cards are sharp, just not. Maybe it's got some surface dots in the card there. Don't look like they're supposed to be there, especially the one up by his head. Probably will cause that one to get a lower grade. Looks pretty good otherwise. And then we got a 7 here as well. This one's just off center. So struck out on the Docs, unfortunately. But it's okay. Eric Davis. 7.5. Another Sandberg here. All-Star. 8. Got a Schmidt All-Star, 2 Schmidt All-Stars, 3 Schmidt All-Stars. Got 8.5 and 2 8s on the Schmidt All-Stars. Got this one's, they kind of got these diamond cut issue too, where it's kind of cut. Picture's kind of crooked, but 2 8.5s and 8 there, we'll take that. Mookie Wilson, 8.5. Got a Bonds unofficial rookie. 87 tops. That's a tough card to get graded well because of the wood border. So 8 there is not too bad. Bo Jackson, 87 Fleer rookie, 8. There's a Griffey rookie, 89 Fleer, 8.5. And we got a Griffey Diamond Kings, 90 Donruss, 8.5. So you're starting to see, I guess in these next couple boxes, you'll start to see, again, my collection from when I was growing up of my 3 favorite players. The Big Hurt, Griffey, and Piazza. I mean, I picked well. They're all Hall of Famers, but just not a lot of value in some of their cards. Griffey's still doing pretty well, holding value, and especially his rookie cards. Some inserts. So we are on to box 3 here. If I can get them all out. Packaging on one hand is great because it protects the slabs, but like I said earlier, kind of makes it a pain to get all these out of here. All the inserts are popping out with the cards when I pull them, unfortunately. Seems that CSG loves the 8.5 grade, is what I'm recognizing here. Even as I pull these out, as I'm getting glimpses of the grades, a ton of 8.5 grades. I don't know why they're stuck on that grade, but kind of weird that there's so many 8.5s. Maybe it's just these old cards. That's like the highest they'll give or something. I don't know. They got some better ones in here though too. I'm seeing some 9s. Well, this first one I'm going to go over is a pretty cool card. Card that has become more popular with age. All right, box 3. Bo knows. The 90 score Bo, wearing the pads. Got an 8. Got a Frank Thomas, 2 Frank Thomas Bowman rookies. Got a 9 and 8.5. We'll take that. Big hurt. Another Frank Thomas rookie from Classic, the yellow. Got a 9. It's a good one there. Got a, everyone hates this set. 91 Fleer, Griffey, 8.5. It's like one of the most produced sets in that 90 junk wax era. Here's the Griffey family, 8.5 from Upper Deck. Another Frank Thomas second year card, 91 Upper Deck. Got a 9. Got a Bagwell rookie, 8. Jeter rookie from 4Sport, got a 9. It's a Frank Thomas Fleer Ultra All-Star insert, got a 9. Griffey from Fleer Ultra, 92, got an 8.5. Another Griffey here, the Score All-Star, 8.5. Got the Frank Topps Kids, got a 9. Another Frank, 92 Topps, got a 9. 92 Fleer Topps, I'm sorry, 92 Fleer Frank, got an 8. Another Frank Thomas, 8.5, concentration from Leaf. Here's a Leaf base, got a 9. Jeter rookie. Didn't do too well. 6.5. Ooh. Let's be off center. Probably worth more raw on that one. Way off center in the front now they look at it, but 6.5 there. There's a Piazza rated rookie, Donruss, 8.5. Can't believe the number of 8.5s. Diamond Kings, Frank, insert, 8.5. There's a Piazza rookie, got an 8, Fleer Ultra. There's a Griffey, Fleer Ultra, 93, got a 9. Piazza award winner insert from Fleer, got an 8. Signature rookies Jeter, 1 of 45,000, which is probably low pop for this era. Got an 8 on that one. Probably one of the first numbered cards they put out. Numbered there out of 45,000. Got an 8. This is a pretty cool card. Caught on the Fly, Metal Universe. 8.5 Griffey. It's a cool card. Big Hurt. 8.5, 94 Leaf. And the 8.5s are crazy. I can't believe how many 8.5s. Piazza, Statistical Standouts, is an insert from 94 Leaf. Got a 9. Frank, Donner Special Edition, got a 9. 94. There's a tough one. Bowman's Best. It's a cool card, too. 6.5 on that one. I'm guessing just the surface. Maybe centering. I don't know. I can't tell. Tough colored border the whole way around the back, so any blemish is going to pop up. But that's all right. 6.5 there. Let's try to do these here. We got a Piazza 94, 8.5. Got a Frank 94 Fleer All-Star 7. Fleer Pro Visions Piazza insert. Got a 9. Pretty cool card. And then we got the Collector's Choice Special Edition Record Pace from Frank. Frank Thomas there. Got a 9. 8.5 here on this Frank. Home field advantage. 8.5 on this Frank. It's a Fleer Ultra award winners insert. Got the Piazza, same card, got an 8. And then Piazza 94 Flair. It's one of the thick cards, 7.5. It's a little thicker than normal in those cards. Fleer Flair, 7.5. Add to our 8.5 pile here. It's getting pretty large. Piazza Stadium Club, 94, got an 8.5. Frank, Measures of Greatness, 8.5. Griffey, Measures of Greatness for 94 tops, got a 9. Griffey 94 tops base, 8.5. There's a Frank from 94 Stadium Club team. So those team sets you could buy, got a 9. That's a cool card. It's a die cut, Planet Metal. Insert there, got an 8.5. That's a nice card, I like that card. Pretty good grade for that card too. Die cuts are always tough. So take that one. Cal Ripken Red Hot insert from Pinnacle, 95 Pinnacle, got a 9. And then a Griffey from Select. I got Score Select, got an 8. Couple more from this box, so we'll get to the last one. Piazza 95 Collector's Choice Special Edition, got a 9. Griffey from Special Edition, got an 8.5. Frank from Special Edition, got a 9. Upper Deck Midpoint Analysis Griffey, 8.5. And then 95 Skybox Emotion. These are cool cards when they came out. I remember it was like, they just looked different. It was like 94, 95 when the cards started looking different with more gloss and things. We got a 9. Pretty good there. All right, last box. So 8.5 leading the way by a long shot. 9 right behind, and then 8 right behind that. So overall, you know, pretty pleased. A couple of the bad ones, you know, the 5s, the 6s, those are tough. But for the most part, in line with what I expected. Actually, probably even better than what I expected with the amount of 9s that have come out of this. A few 9.5s, you know, is good. Hopefully we see a few more 9.5s. I don't remember how many there were. I know there weren't too many. But pull the rest of these out here. Rest of this, I think, is all baseball. Going to be a lot of the same. Griffey, Thomas, and Piazza. With some other stars mixed in from the 90s. Now I'm pulling out here. I see a bunch of the Griffey die cuts from a cut above. There's like a whole set of a cut above, and I had most of them, not all of them. I don't remember. I think I'm missing a few of them, but I basically said in all of those. Oh, here's the one I wouldn't grade. That was in the back. Let's see here. I see more 8.5s. Shocker. All right. Last box. Got some paperwork in here. All right. That's important. So we'll start off with the one they wouldn't grade. See how they sent it back? Well protected. Let's see what the issue was here. I'm pretty sure they just don't grade this card. It's again the Shaq promo card. One of those cards that came out with the 90s and they were overprinting everything. They came out with a bunch of these promos. I have a ton of these cards. This one looked really good, so I sent it. But not a card they mess with. Ineligible type. So, it's all right. You can see how I sent all my cards too. They all look like this. Penny sleeve and a card saver. And I usually, they must have taken the tape off. I put a piece of, I put like the tabs that have sticky on the bottom, not on top, and on the penny sleeve so you can pull them out easily to try to avoid damage. So, That's how I package everything I send in for grading. So I'll put that one to the side. Let's get through the rest of these. So first here we've got Piazza 895 Ultra. I try to put most of these in order with the year too. That's why you're seeing kind of it go from the 80s to the 90s. I'm getting to the mid to late 90s now with stuff. Got a Diamond Tribute from Griffey, 95 Flair Update, 8.5. See if my 8.5 stack stays under my little studio I'm in here. Here's a Thomas Diamond Tribute from the same set, got a 9. Oops, we got Piazza Flair Update Headliners, 9.95. Piazza 8.5 Rising Stars Gold Medallion. It's a pretty cool card. It's got like the kind of the rainbow on the back, like the color burst with the gold medallion, like the short print. That's a cool card. Piazza Hitters Inc. from Score, 9. Frank Hitters Inc. 9. Got a Griffey 5. Ouch. See what happened on this one. This is another one of the bad ones, I guess. Not seeing it on the front. On the back. I got a dinged corner down here, but I wouldn't think that would make it a 5. Might be a little dimple in it right here above his name, or might be a little something. Oof. That's a really nice 5. I don't know. I don't know what the issue is on that one, but it's a 5. It's another one of the uglies. There was a couple of them that I was like, oh man, how did that happen? That's one of them. Here's a Piazza from that same set, 95 Leaf, 9. Again, mid-90s when he started to see all the more shiny cards come out. It's kind of cool. 95 Stadium Club, Frank, got a 9. There's a Griffey from 96 Pacific Crown Collection, 8.5. Pretty cool card. Another 8.5. 95 Stadium Club Extreme Core. I don't think that's an insert. I think it's just part of the main set. Yeah, it is. Just different from the main set there. 8.5. Got a 96 Bowman of Piazza. 8.5. Another 8.5. This grader loves 8.5. So whoever I got loved 8.5. 96 Score. 8.5. Griffey. Oh, another ugly one. Another ugly one. From 96 Score, Piazza. What did I miss? Could be minor paper loss, and these cards used to stick. But I do not see it either on this one. Do not see what would cause a 5. No idea. I don't know. Looks like at least a 9 to me, but I'm sure I missed something. So, I don't know how many uglies we have left. Here's a pretty ugly one coming up, though. Greg Maddux, All-Star Fan Fest, 6.5. This with a dark border, I get it. And I think the corners are a little soft. Got the gold foil here. Still looks pretty good. There might be some paper loss on this one or something. Maybe right here in the bottom. But 6.5, insert from the 90s. There's a Griffey, that same set, FanFest. Got a 9. Here's Score Picture Perfect, or Pitcher Perfect. Got Griffey and you got Randy Johnson. 8. But you got a checklist. It's got all 3 of my favorite players on it. I love this card. Griffey, Frank, Piazza. You got Ripken, Maddox, Chipper. That's a cool checklist card from the 90s. Kind of get all the big stars in one card. So I got 8.5 on that one. Here's all your cut aboves. So I got a bunch of these. So we got a 9 on that one. Go through a few of these here. We got 8 on that one. 7.5. 8.5. Got 7.5, 8, 8.5, and 9 so far. We got all the numbers covered. Next, another 8.5. Another 8.5. I feel like they just default to 8.5 if there's a minor blemish. Instead of defaulting to 9 like PSA would, they default to 8.5. That'd be different, I guess. I don't know. 8.5. There's a 9. 8.5. Oh, there's a new one. New card, same grade, 8.5. Power Driven, Upper Deck. It's a cool looking card. It's an insert, PD7. All right. We got a few more left here. Probably 15 left. There's a Jeter promotional sample from A-Rod promotional sample from Sports Illustrated. Got an 8. Another Griffey 97 Topps. Got a 9. Got a Cal Ripken All-Star. 8.5. 97 Upper Deck Griffey. It's a cool foil card there. Got a 9. Capture the Flag for 97 Upper Deck Griffey. Got an 8. Team Timber Griffey Jr. 8.5. This is 97 Topps insert. Then we got Frank Thomas SP Authentic Sheer Dominance insert, 8.5. My goodness, the 8.5s are crazy. 98 Bowman's Best, 8.5. Griffey Metal Universe, 8.5. There's a 9. Topps Chrome, 99 Topps Chrome. League Leaders Griffey. Got a 9. Another Griffey. It's a checklist. Fleer Tradition Warning Track. It's like their short print version warning track collection. Got a 9. There's a Frank 2000 Pacific Private Stock. Got a 9. There's a Griffey Upper Deck Victory Power Trip. Got a 9. A lot of 9s in a row there. Metal Universe Griffey. Got a 9. That's a cool card. I like the metal cards. All right. Stack of 9s there. We'll take that. Get on a 9 run here late. Cabrera out of 99. Got a 9. Hollow Silver. Pacific Paramount. Again, it's one of the earlier numbered cards. So, pretty cool card. Oh, we got some random basketball thrown in here. So I'm guessing the Piazza was supposed to be in this place. They probably switched the Piazza and the Garnett. It's a Garnett rookie. Top 5. Got an 8. Piazza Sportflix or Starflix. Sportflix Starflix. That's a tongue twister. It's got like that 3D hologram in it. Got an 8. 8.5. This 8.5 stack falls when I have problems. Oh, we got another 9.5 here. Griffey Fleer Tradition, 99, 9.5. 8.5 Piazza, another Sportflix Hammer Team. Cool hollow. There's 2 newer ones I sent in. Then I pulled one. I kind of came back into the hobby. Topps Update. Just because they were Griffey, I sent them in. 9 and 8.5. So that wraps it up. So overall, did pretty well. Like I said, my goal was 8. So pretty low expectations for these cards, given that most of them came out of my original collection. So we had 8, 14, 22, 23, 26 came in less than an 8. So 26 out of 200 were less than an 8. The rest came in above, at 8 or above. So the biggest stacks here, I'll try to show you guys here what the stacks look like. So there's your 8.5 stack, the whole way up on the right. The 8 stacks beside it, so you can see about half were 8s, half of that stack, the rest were 8.5s. Over here I got the 9s, so we got a bunch of 9s. So you're probably looking at 40 9s, maybe, probably 50 8.5s, maybe 38s, and 9.5s, which I'll show here real quick. Didn't get a whole lot of 9.5s, which I didn't really expect. So the fact that we got any was pretty good. So card to be gem mint from that long ago. Pretty pleased. So we had Griffey there, Lemieux, Isaiah Thomas All-Star, Dennis Rodman, Barkley, and a Jordan 9.5. So we had our gem rate from cards that are 30 years old was 6 out of 220, or 6 out of 200. So what's that? 3%. 3% gem rate. Not too great, but overall pretty pleased. If you guys like the video, please give it a like, subscribe. We got some more stuff coming. I actually am planning on doing a box break. I haven't done it yet, but wanted to get through this since it came in. I knew it was going to be a long video. So if you're still around, thanks for hanging around. If you like any of the cards, reach out. Most of these will be for sale. I don't really PC Griffey and Thomas and Piazza, those guys anymore. I still have a ton of their cards. So I sent in probably 100 of those guys. I bet I have another 200 or 300 in my collection that weren't in as good a shape that I didn't send in. So I have a ton of them. I'm not really tied to them. I kind of stick more to the vintage stuff now from the 50s and 60s, but certainly reach out if you like any of the cards you see, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.